Hello, everyone, and welcome to our Ask the Expert today. Happy to see some of you joining. I think there will be some other members from the community joining soon. For your information, we are recording the training, and we will also post it on YouTube and also in our community after, so that you can rewatch it again. So today, as you know, we're going to talk about YouTube SEO to increase international sales. We have today with us Carlos, who you might know from other events in the community, and he's had some previous experience with the International Trade Center and also with the Inter-American Development Bank, and he has worked with a lot of small business owners and helping them in marketing and also cross-border trade. So I'm sure he will guide you really, really well in this session. You can obviously ask him whatever you need. You can post it in the chat, or you can also unmute yourself and we can have a proper conversation as well. But yeah, please feel free to ask anything or share any experience or tip that you might have as well. So Carlos, the floor is yours, and thank you.
Thank you, Cristina. Thank you, everybody. Well, after Cristina's introduction, I think there's no need to tell more about me. So if you want, we are going to start right now. But as Cristina said, if you have any questions, please write them in the chat, and Cristina will read for all the questions. I will answer the questions. So let's start.
Carlos, just one thing. Let me just add that as you might have known, as you might have read in the description of the event, Carlos also has a YouTube channel that I'll share it as well in the chat, because you can learn from other tools and other topics related to e-commerce and trade. So
thank you, Cristina. I was going to talk about my YouTube channel anyway, because thanks to my YouTube channel, I have the experience today to share with you all what I've learned from it. Okay, so let's have death by PowerPoint. Here we are. Okay, now why me? Why I'm here? I'm here because for 25 years I've been teaching about the internet as a tool for exporters, for international trade. And 7 years ago, almost 7 years ago, I started my own YouTube channel, and I learned a lot of information of how to manage content, how to manage information, and how your information is going to be relevant for your prospective customers. But let me just show you for a second the channel. We'll talk later about the channel, but the idea is, well, bad news, the channel is, unfortunately, the channel is in Spanish. And here you have the channel. The channel is Learn How to Export with Carlos Enrile. And I have a lot of contents. Some content I've created myself, but some content I just interviewed very interesting people who are experts in the different subjects, the subject matter experts. But unfortunately, it's in Spanish. So when you have a YouTube channel, you have also the analytics. I mean, you can know how many people are visiting your different, watching your different videos. And let's see my analytics. Even though most of you don't understand Spanish, let's go to search for the analytics and statistics in Spanish. And always my video number one, I'm going to translate it for you, is a video named "What is a Free Trade Agreement?" Okay, and this is always number one. Next, number two is how to export food and drinks to the United States, comply with the Food and Drug Administration. So those are the two most famous videos. But why? Once I asked myself, why this video related to the WhatsApp trade agreement is so important? I believe it's not such a relevant content for people to search for. Then I realized what was happening. At the moment a lot of people started watching this video, President Trump wanted to get rid of the NAFTA, of the North American Free Trade Agreement. And remember, President Trump every morning, 6 a.m., he wrote a tweet. One of his tweets was, I'm going to get rid of NAFTA. I'm going to get rid of this free trade agreement. 6:05 in the morning a.m., you have the Mexican press. Remember, NAFTA is a free trade agreement between Canada, US, and Mexico. So at 6:05 in the morning, you have the Mexican online press writing in Spanish, President Trump wants to get rid of NAFTA. No, excuse me, want to get rid of the free trade agreement. Free trade agreement in Spanish, Tratado de Libre Comercio, just with the capital letters TLC. And the point is that people in Mexico were typing in Google, I repeat, in Google, not in YouTube, were typing in Spanish what it is a free trade agreement. So in Spanish, the query is, ¿qué es un TLC? And then I realized that among the results, there were not only text, okay, but videos. And here you have first videos, one of my videos, and other people who also do shoot videos related to free trade agreements, to what it is a free trade agreement. Wow. Welcome, because now I think you are thinking it was worthwhile staying with Carlos for an hour. And your next question is going to be, Carlos, how can you be here? So I'm going to try to explain this during the following hour. So this is not automatic. We don't know how Google does this, okay? But sometimes it does. How can I try to be among the first results in Google SEO? I repeat, Google, because we're in Google SEO. The only way I may try to be here with my keywords is having my YouTube SEO. So if I write in YouTube, again, in Spanish, ¿qué es un TLC? Here you have somebody else and myself, okay? So you must try to position your videos in the first 3 or 4 places for ranking places of the results of the SEO results of YouTube, okay? So that's the idea. The point is, if you follow my steps, you may be among the first results in YouTube. But if Google wants so, because Google is just, sometimes they do want and sometimes they don't, maybe Google is going to call from YouTube, remember Google is the owner of YouTube, is going to call to the 3 first videos ranking among the results of your keyword, and it's going to put the results among the other results. Normally today, people prefer to watch a video to read a text. So I have for you several examples. Here you have more information about me. Here you have my LinkedIn profile, the link to the YouTube channel. I said before, unfortunately, the channel is in Spanish. My Twitter handle, and also you have here, I'll show you later maybe, MOOC, a free online course I've created for people who want to learn about international trade. Obviously, again in Spanish, but remember that today maybe you are very excited because you are going to export using e-commerce, transnational e-commerce. But remember, you are not in the e-commerce world, you are in the exporters world. You must learn how to export, and one of the exporting channels is obviously the e-commerce. Now, let's start. These are the 8 steps we are going to follow. The first step, obviously, are these examples. So we've seen before the example of what is a free trade agreement, but I'm going to put you other examples. Remember, my most watched video, number 1 was, what is a free trade agreement? But number 2 was the Food and Drug Administration interview. Why? Again, because if people type in Google, exportar, export in Spanish, exportar, FDA, again, video number 1 and video number 3 are 2 of my videos. Video number 1 is the one you saw before, the number 2 ranking among all my videos in watch time, okay? More examples, export Brexit, exportar Brexit, Here you have all the three are my videos from my channel. And the other example is more complex, is what is a custom union? So in Spanish, ¿qué es una unión aduanera? ¿No? Here you have, okay? This is also one of my videos. I don't know, maybe I have 100 videos. No, not my 100 videos are positioned in Google, maybe 5% of them. But if you want your videos to be positioned in Google, you must try hard to shoot videos that are very well positioned in YouTube. That's why you must learn about YouTube SEO, okay? Now, let's say you want to start to develop a strategy about the promotion of your products and services using video, using YouTube. First thing you must do is you must create your YouTube constitution. That is a document where you're going to write everything you are going to do and you are not going to do related to YouTube. And what is Article 1 of your constitution? Article 1 is, what do you want from YouTube? Because some people, maybe they want to use YouTube for brand awareness. Other people, maybe they want to use YouTube for sales. Well, most of us, obviously, want to use YouTube for sales. But also there are people that do want to use YouTube for training. So we basically, today, we're going to try to use YouTube for sales. I want more sales. So I want to use YouTube to promote my international sales. Okay, let's say the moment you say sales, should be my exports. So this is Article 1, and stick to Article 1. Article 2, what resources you do have? Let's talk about hardware. Do you have a camera? Do you have a mic? Do you have a decent lighting? For example, the stuff that influencers they use, these round lights they use. Do you have a decent background? What about the software? Do you have a video editing software? And as you can see, you have hardware, software, and this one I call it humanware. Why? Because do you have people to know how to shoot? Do you have people who know how to edit a video? Or maybe, as myself, I remember I was teaching international trade 7 years ago, maybe as myself, you are going to learn how to shoot and edit your videos. It's not difficult, just as always, it takes some time, but at the end, it's not difficult at all, okay? Maybe you don't have a camera, don't you have a really great microphone, but all of you have cell phones. So you can use your smartphones as cameras and use a lavalier mic, mic with a cord that comes up to you here. So you can start with, maybe you have next to you most things you need to start shooting videos, okay? But remember, Article 2, what resources do you have? And if you don't have the resources and you need the resources, go and ask people for them. They can lend you the resources, for example, a nice camera, or buy the resources you need. Article 3 of your YouTube constitution, target your audience. To which countries are you going to intend to export? Maybe France? Okay, France. No, maybe Switzerland. Why? Because next, in which language I'm going to promote my videos to the Swiss market? Remember, Switzerland, they have almost 4 languages: French, German, Italian, and something called Romance, not Romance. Okay, or Canada, French, Canada, English. Belgium, French, Belgium, what's the other one? Flemish is Dutch, okay? So, to which country I am going to direct my videos, which language I'm going to use, and which are my keywords in this language that people in this country use just to find my products or services, okay? All this information should be inside your YouTube constitution, and you must stick to it. You're not going to change the constitution, because you must be very consistent on whatever you are going to offer as information online on video to people. Article 4, very important, Article 4. YouTube's owner is Google, okay? So Google is the owner. So Google is the owner of your subscribers. Google is the owner of your likes. Google is the owner of the comments people may read under your videos. But Google tomorrow may erase you from YouTube just because they want to, because they change the rules, just because they are closing, or just because they've been attacked through cybercrime. For example, there are people, a few weeks ago, a big number of people, they had their Instagram accounts deleted because it was an attack, okay, a cyber warfare. We're in a war with Russia. All the planet is in a war with Russia. If we don't send soldiers, if we don't send weapons, Russian hackers are almost everywhere, okay? Now, what I'm trying to explain you, you're not the owner of your LinkedIn profile, your YouTube channel, your Facebook or Instagram account. Somebody else is the owner. But remember, you are the owner of your website. So you are going to use, in our case today, you are going to use your videos to try to divert traffic to your website. Okay, I'm going to show you my strategy. So Article 4, send the audience to your website. I put example before. So let's put example of the how to export to the to the United States complying with the Food and Drug Administration regulation. Okay, so somebody typed in Spanish, export Food and Drug Administration. Somebody found my video and somebody clicked on my video. So we start the keywords in Google. Next, we go to
Hola exportadores, bienvenidos.
Next, we go to my YouTube channel, and especially this YouTube video on Food and Drug Administration. But remember, I don't want people to stay here because I don't know what's going to happen. So here you have the first fixed comment, my comments. I'm going to translate it for you. If you want to learn more about international trade, you can study my free MOOC, Massive Online Open Course, and you click here, and you are sending people to your website, whatever is your website. So almost every day, somebody does this because I am offering free stuff. But be aware, if they want to have the free stuff, they must write the real name. Why? Because I'm going to give them a diploma, and everybody wants in the diploma the real name. So you have email, name, surname, family name, and then the system automatically is going to offer them for free the access of my online course, free international trade online course. And at the end, if the person fulfills all the activities, I'm going to have a message saying that this person has finished activities, and I'm going to send them a personalized message with their personalized diploma with my digital signature. So more than 1,000 people have done this course for free. And you may say, Carlos, why? Why are you doing this? Because I'm creating a database. I'm creating a database of people interested in learning international trade. And maybe in the future, I am going to offer them other courses that are not going to be for free. Okay? So myself, I am using YouTube to divert traffic to my website in order to know who is visiting my website and is interested in learning international trade. So the same, you yourself, you must try to find a strategy. So you are going to try to send people, your audience, from your videos, YouTube videos, to your website, and try to offer something really interesting so they may stay with you and stick with you. And remember, when all these people, they gave me their email, I can have a direct contact with them, even though YouTube is going to close my account, okay? Because already I have the contact directly for me, and maybe this contact, I'm going to keep it in my email marketing database, for example, okay? So remember, Article 4, send the audience to your website, because in your website, you are the queen, you are the king, okay? Now, number 3, message and target your audience. So remember, in your constitution, remember you must write, what are you selling? What are you promoting, offering? High quality natural cosmetics from Senegal. organic cacao butter from Nigeria, etc. So stick to your keyword, okay? And inside your constitution, you're going to target your audience. Age, well, we have already the country, remember, we have the country and the language. So age, sex, location. Location maybe inside the country, because maybe I'm interested in the countryside and not the cities. Maybe I am interested in the cities and not the countryside, okay? So all this information, you must write it inside your YouTube constitution. Now, before starting, you must know who your competitors are, okay? So to know who are your competitors, you must geolocate yourself. If I enter YouTube, as I am located in Spain, through my IP number, the IP number of my SP, Internet Service Provider, YouTube knows that I am a Spanish user. So up next to the YouTube logo, you have ES from Spain, and the text is in Spanish. So I can't use this to search my competitors, for example, in other Spanish-speaking country. There are 20 more Spanish-speaking country. Let's say we're interested in Colombia. And let's say I want to find who is also offering information related, for example, on the Incoterms in Colombia. So I cannot type here Incoterms 2020, because if I type here Incoterms 2020, for example, these are results that Google is going to show to people typing in Spanish in Spain. Here, for example, this one, the one of the red ship is one of my videos. Okay, the red container ship, and I'm interviewing the expert. Okay, no, you should geolocate yourself. So if I want to know who are my competitors in Mexico, I go to my icon, my logo icon. Excuse me. And I choose, I'm going to stick to Spanish, because remember, we are talking about Colombia. But instead, location Spain, I'm going to type location Colombia. So I type Colombia. And in the upper left-hand side of the website, you have the YouTube logo. And instead of YouTube ES from Spain, now you have YouTube SEO. SEO stands for Colombia. And I'm going to type again the search. But in example, we're more or less the same. I remember the same people. But I feel, yes, again, I'm here again. But maybe with other keywords, for example, I don't know, second-hand motorcycle, okay, second-hand Honda bike. So I'll type in Spanish, moto Honda, second-hand in Spanish is segunda mano. If the Colombians use the same keyword, here I'm going to find the results people are going to find in Colombia. For example, instead of you use a different word for car, we use coche in Spain, you use carro. Carro is the original car. And then here you should see the results people are going to find in Colombia, because people in Colombia search with carro and they don't search with what's the other one? Coche. Okay. So always, when you want to locate your competitors, you must geolocate your competitors. Let's go to English. For example, instead of Colombia, let's go to India. So I'll type India. Oh no, India here. Indonesia, Iraq, Ireland, Israel, Italy. I don't know why it's not, in India it's not geolocating. Let's put it Indonesia, for example. Again, YouTube ID, and instead of Spanish, we're going to search language English. English India. We had English India, so let's keep on English UK. Okay. So instead of typing Spanish, second-hand car, for example. And these are the results. Again, there are some Indians, but these should be the results people would find if they were browsing in videos in Indonesia. Okay, so always, 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 you must geolocate yourself, type your keywords, and find who are your competitors, your different competitors with different keywords. Okay. Now, your video, how you're going to create your video. What is your video structure? First, don't be boring. Try to amuse people and use storytelling. Why? Because our brain is used to storytelling. How the information has been transmitted through the generation through storytelling. So maybe it was fun watching the hunter explaining how you must hunt a deer, but it was not only fun doing this storytelling, who was transmitting very vital information for the next generations. 10,000 years later, you have grandpa telling tales to the children, and most of the tales, they are very old and they always transmit information. Mankind cannot waste energy. So if grandfather is telling tales, inside the tale there is some relevant information. Religions, again, religions that tell tales. So the Adam and Eve story, or Jesus, one of the Jesus parables. Okay, so always try to tell a story inside your video. So storytelling, and very important. Our brain is very lazy, especially since we have social media. Our brain is very lazy, and you're competing with other videos. So if you start your video explaining, in 10 points, I'm going to explain you how interesting is my cosmetics. People are going to leave because the brain says, oh, 10 points. When they are going to explain number 4, I won't even remember number 1. So always use 3 or 5. In these 3 simple steps, I'm going to explain you, and then the brain maybe will give you a try, because 3 steps, they can stand it. Even though you're telling the same information, you're going to tell in 10 steps, okay? And always ask for action. Ask for likes, for comments, ask for people to visit your website, because you're going to put on your website very relevant information people are not going to find at the YouTube channel. So think, what are you going to put inside your video, asking people what action they should take for you, okay? Tone, the tone of your video. Again, don't be boring. So don't be boring. Divide the video in 3 parts. Don't be boring. Try to use humor. Try to use humor because you want audience retention. What audience retention means people start watching my video, but because I made the video interesting, people are still watching the video, even though some people even are watching the video until the end. So try to make your video interesting, and don't be afraid about using humor inside your video, okay? Number 7, shooting and editing the video. Focusing on SEO. Because remember, the name of this webinar is SEO on YouTube. So first thing you should do is to plan an outline, and you must create a document. Myself, each time I'm going to shoot a video, first with in my case with paper, but with a computer, with a Word document, you must create the document related to this video. And so you write a working document for each video, and what do you have to have inside this working document? Who is my target audience? Because maybe you have different products. Maybe you have, let's say, cosmetics for teenagers, but then you have cosmetics for women middle age, and you have both kind of cosmetics, both kind of targets. So maybe today your target is something you have for teenagers. What is my message? And please remember, one video, one message. One video, one message. Don't worry, if you want to have more messages, use different videos, okay? Remember, the brain is lazy. Which language you are going to use? Example, which country, in a country, as I said before, as Canada, Belgium, or Switzerland, you may have several languages. What is the structure of my video? But you're not ready. Your structure of your video has 1, 2, 3 parts. And what is the duration of the video? And then you're going to ask me, Carlos, what is the duration of my video? So I will answer, it depends. If you can explain something in 4 minutes, better than 10. If you need 10 minutes to explain something, better than 15, okay? So if you cannot be short because the content cannot be short to explain, maybe the video is going to be long, 10, 15 minutes. But if you have the option to make it short, better do it short. And also another trick, you can split a video in 2 or 3. So one video with a total duration of 15 minutes, you can transform it in 3 videos, each one 5 minutes. And then you have 3 videos with different keywords that help you, people to find you, okay? Again, inside this working document for each of your videos, you must always take into account your SEO. And later, I'm going to explain the SEO, okay? But remember, your keywords should be in the correct places inside each of your videos. The keywords related to this audience and to this message you are sending to the audience. And obviously, you must also try to promote your videos outside YouTube. Maybe your customers are also in LinkedIn, so publish your videos in LinkedIn. Maybe your customers are also in Facebook, publish your videos in Facebook. I do it myself. Well, myself, I publish the videos in YouTube, and the same YouTube video, I publish it in LinkedIn, what I believe is my prospective customers.
And Carlos, if I may jump in, this is linked to a comment that one of our members has just made in the chat from Kavita. He says that he's created a YouTube account, but not started using it yet because she doesn't know if it can be used for her business. And there are many reasons why you should be using YouTube. No, one is because then you can promote this video in the channels where most of your target customers are. So it's not necessarily just using YouTube and staying just in YouTube, not at all. You can use this video in other channels, and that's linked to what you were saying. And there are many other reasons for that. I don't know if Carlos, you want to answer to this now and give some tips on some reasons why having a YouTube channel is good for a small business. I can add into that, of course, as well, because this is a question that many small businesses say because there are limited resources, limited time, and you need to also be strategic about how you use them.
I would answer Kavita, because if you are not going to do it, sooner or later, your competitors are going to do it. Or maybe just talking about videos, maybe they are already in Instagram, maybe they are already in TikTok. Okay, so the point is, I've been in the internet world since 1995. 1995. And in 1998, it was very easy to create your website, to publish your website, and to be among the first results in Google. Why? Because we were very few people were in Google in 97, 98. I believe that's the same situation with YouTube. So today, I believe you may try to promote your YouTube videos with the SEO I'm going to explain, to be among the first results in YouTube. So maybe you have a chance that also Google is going to publish the same videos, just in front of your competitors that just have links, okay, to the website. So I would say you should save the moments, because the moment is not going to come back. And also, very important, remember, I'm going to explain you why I created my YouTube channel. I created my YouTube channel because in the United States, they started with the flip learning. Flip learning means, I don't want you to teach the students. I want you to have a video. The student at home is going to, the resident is going to watch the video. And then when the students goes to class, they know something, maybe 10, 20% about the subject. And you're not going to waste your time teaching, but you're going to use your time to make them work in teams. And you're going to be a supervisor, mentor, coach, whatever. So there were no videos some years ago, no interesting videos on international trade. That's why I started to shoot my videos. But also, for me, the more interesting motivation for me to start my YouTube channel were my teenager daughters. I have 2 daughters. Irene was 16, Lorena was 12, and I asked my daughters, girls, where do you go on the internet when you need information? And they both said at the same time, YouTube, Dad. Then I asked, why? They watch me as if I was stupid. But Dad, you don't have to read. They will tell you everything. My daughters today, they are 24 and 20. You see? So remember that your audience is changing, and your audience in the next future don't want to read because reading is boring, remember, or brain is lazy. So just because of the generational change, just because of that, you must have your contents in video format. Maybe your customers are in TikTok, maybe your customers are on Instagram and on YouTube, but at least you must think about video formats to continue promoting your products or your services worldwide, because young people, they don't want to read. So I think that's a good answer.
Yeah, no, so in conclusion is that the audience is changing. They are asking for more video. We have seen that in the last years in every online channel. Also, like if you go to Google and people look for any information on any topic, Google has this tab as well about videos, you know, and the videos that are shown there are YouTube videos in most of the cases, because YouTube is owned by Google as well. So most of the people, when they research, they will be suggested these videos that, yeah, Carlos was also showing before. And also for like businesses, especially like, well, also service businesses, but also product, because I think Kavita, you're selling a product, right? But for product, you can also, you know, do tutorials on how to use your product. I don't know, you cannot maybe tell us in the chat what kind of product you are selling, and we can give you more tailored feedback. But you can also use it to explain how to use a product, or even to ask for testimonials and do some testimonials from your users and upload that content on YouTube and take advantage of the description, apply all the SEO tips that Carlos will show us later, and optimize it so that it appears. And then there is a call to action for users to go to your website, because in your case, you have this website. So those could be some ideas. And you can also use the videos to support, maybe like answer to the frequently asked questions from your buyers, so that you can also use that video on your website and avoid spending money and spending time on answering to their questions. So these are some ideas on how it can be useful for your business. It doesn't mean that you have to create content constantly for YouTube, but have good and optimized content that's valuable for your audience.
Yes, Kavita answers. The point well taken. I will certainly think on it. My products are sustainable fashion products. I represent traditional textile heritage from India.
Well, I think that definitely, sorry, definitely you have, I think, I mean, if you have, of course, the resources, this could be a nice way of promoting your fashion products. And there are many fashion brands doing it right now. So you can also have a look at how they use the channel and try to, you know, imitate the good practices. Sorry, Carlos.
No, please, thank you. So remember, we were in point 6, promotion out of YouTube. And I said myself, I promote my videos, also posting them in LinkedIn, because I believe my prospective customers are there. But if your customers are in Facebook, post them in Facebook, post them in other places. Even you can just trim the video and post it in TikTok, the same video. So when you create a video, you can use it in many different platforms. Now, YouTube SEO, search engine optimization. Keywords, your keywords. Think about your keywords. I believe that you have the same keywords for your website. So at the end, people are going to search for the same keywords. Remember that maybe in other countries, they use the same language, they use the same keyword. In Spain, for a car, we say coche. In Colombia, they say carro, for the same stuff. They don't say coche. And remember about spelling, for example. I say spelling, even we are going to use video, because in some countries, people type aluminum, and in other countries, people type aluminium. But you have your database with all your keywords. So you are going to promote one of your keywords, one of your products or services, and you are going to use one or two of your keywords in this video. So we're going to learn where you must locate your keywords to promote your SEO. Again, very easy. I'm going just to visit my video related to food and drug administration. So, exportar FDA. Exportar FDA. Now we're inside already. Yeah? We're inside the YouTube. So remember from your website SEO, you have the title. So the title has the keywords exportar. Excuse me.
Hola, exportadores.
Okay. Well, here you have it. Has the keyword exportar, and the keyword was the other one, FDA. Okay. So you have your keywords there. You must have your keywords on the title, as you do in your website. Remember, the title in the website is not the beginning of your text, is the text that it is inside the tab. Okay, you go to the tab, Intracen, what's the other one? For example, this one, how to export food and drinks in the United States, etc., etc. This is the equivalent in the website. The title is what is inside the tag. Okay, in the tab, excuse me, the tab. Now, so this is number one. Now, number two, your keywords, number one, present on title. Number two, keywords must be present on the video description. And the video description is in the section where you put more. And in more, you can put up to 5,000 characters. So here you have the keyword FDA. And I suppose that somewhere there, you have also a keyword. The other keyword was exportar. Okay. Remember about keyword stuffing. Please do not put many times your keywords. That's keyword stuffing. And again, Google is going to punish you. So put your keywords several times, not few times, not plenty of them. Okay. So we have two places that are very similar to the website. So title at the website and on the text of your website as in the web. And this is the end of the similarities between YouTube and a website on SEO. Now the differences. So first difference, as you can see, is you must voice your keywords. So here I am saying food and drug administration. In Spanish, I'm saying FDA. FDA is FDA en español. And what else? So that's why it's so very important, the document you have prepared for your particular video. So you know which keywords you are going to say. Why? Because remember at YouTube, they have a software named speech to text. So if you speak not very quickly and you pronounce in your language, whatever you are offering, then Google is going to create the subtitles. So I'm going to get rid of the audio and put the subtitles. And you can see, you must voice, you must say your keywords. So Google, when Google is making the change from speech to text, the text has also your keywords. So keywords and title, keywords on the more section, description, and you must say your keywords. If Google does not understand your keywords, for example, FDA has no sense in Spanish, in my example, you can enter the subtitles and you can modify the text of the subtitles, okay? So you can correct YouTube when YouTube mistranslates, mistranscripts your voice, okay? Your voice or somebody you are interviewing, whatever. So this is the first difference. Now, the second difference are the tags. And where I'm going to write the tags. You must enter the section only you can visit, the section where you can edit your video. So here you have section for the title, how to export food and drug in US, food and drink in US, comply with FDA. Here was a section, you remember, up to 5,000 characters. So I just spent 3,000. I have 2,000 more left to put, okay? And there's a section after show more where you can put the tags. Here you have the tags. So you are going to write here the other keywords you think people are going to type when they are searching for how to export food and drug and drinks to the US and complying with the Food and Drug Administration. So some keywords, as you can see, are in Spanish, but there are many keywords in English. Why? Because this is an American government agency, and they have a lot of different rules. FSMA is an American rule from the FDA, PCR, PCQI. So maybe people who are searching for PCQI, they know what they are searching for because it's a very technical keyword. So maybe they will find this with YouTube video because among the tags, I do have PCQI, okay? So we have keywords on the title, export FDA, keywords on the video description, export an FDA in the description, sometimes more than one time, not many times, because of keyword stuffing. And you voice your keywords, and you put your keywords in the tag section. You can see that only the owner of the channel can do this. And last but not least, also, when you're going to upload your video, do not upload your video with nonsense, a name with this nonsense, numbers or text, but with your keywords. For example, instead of 097356.mp4, by lower dash cocoa, lower dash butter, period mp4. Okay, so you must do everything for when people are searching for your video to promote your specific keywords. What else? You must have an attractive thumbnail with big letters. So people, remember, people should be able to read your thumbnail using the mobile phone. So make them big. So people using a mobile phone, they also can select your text, read your text in relation of your competitors on the results. Try short titles. Try to have likes because likes are going to help you in the promotion. And try to have comments because comments are also going to help you in the promotion. And the first 12 to 24 hours are very important because YouTube is going to promote you. So you've just created a new video on organic cosmetics for age shadows, for example. During maybe 12 to 24 hours, YouTube is going to put your video among the first results. If people do not click on your video is going to lower in the ranking. It's going to disappear from the first videos. So you must try to be attractive. That's why you must be very attractive with your thumbnail, so people click your video. If people click on your video, it's not enough. People must stay in your video because YouTube is going to promote your SEO. First part, we did the homework. We put the keywords in all the places we must put the keywords, okay? The second part, we are attractive for our audience. And one of the main metrics YouTube is going to search for to promote or not to promote your video is watch time. So watch time is the total accumulated amount of time people have spent watching your video on YouTube. And YouTube has confirmed that watch time is an important part of the search and discovery algorithm. So this text is from YouTube, okay? The longer you can keep people watching on YouTube because of your content, the more your content may be surfaced. So try to create content very interesting exclusively for your target audience. And I'm going to put you one example. One of my daughters, she was studying nursing. And she said, Dad, I'm going to tell my 160 classmates to subscribe to your channel and click on your videos. And I said, no, Irene, no, I really thank you, no, because if all these 160 persons are going to click on my videos for only 3-4 seconds, then I'm going to have a very bad SEO. So better videos with few views, but views up to the end. So make videos interesting for your specific audience, because if they are really interesting, people are going to stay, most people are going to stay to the end, okay? So make your video relevant for your target audience, and you will have a good SEO. So first part is keywords everywhere, where they should be. Second part is video relevant for your people, and promote only the video in other platforms, in other social media, only where you think people are really interested in your contents, and not people who are going to click on the video, stay 3-4 seconds, are going to think this is not for me, I'm going to leave, because they're going to underperform your SEO. Now, how do you know you are in the right path? You know you're in the right path because people are contacting you, okay? Or people, in example, are visiting your website and your information because you offer interesting information inside your website, and through the Google Analytics, okay? So back to Google Analytics, because in Google Analytics, you can learn about audience retention. So I'm going to show you why your video is going to be more interesting. This card changes, no change. I did no changes here, right? I want to change it. So I'm going back to the analytics of this video related on the Food and Drug Administration. And as you can see, the analytics is going to give me lots of information. But the basic information I want to know is how much time do people stay watching this video? And this information you have here. And it's called the retention. And this is the basic retention. Basic retention means everybody started watching your video, okay? But half the video, you have only 34% of the people still watching the video, and on the end, you have only 20% or 80%. Yes. This metric is not interesting. The interesting metric is, let me show you, the audience, the relative audience retention. Why? Because it is not people who start watching your video and stop watching your video, but you are comparing with other videos related to the same subject, other videos that are competitors. So other videos you may find if you type export FDA, okay? So the median watch time of all the videos in your search is the dark gray line, okay? But because my video is interesting, as you can see, almost all the time, people stay more time watching my videos than the videos of my competitors. So it's above average, almost 2 minutes and 12, it is always above average. So remember, keywords are compulsory to start promoting your SEO, but then your video must be interesting, so people are going to stay watching your video. Again, to put another example, Tratado Libre Comercio, remember the famous one, what's a free trade agreement, relative audience retention, up to minutes, 4 or 5. So we are always above average, okay? Now, as I want to give 5 minutes just for your questions, I stop here, and it is the moment for you to ask the questions you believe are important in order to start promoting your website using YouTube.
Thank you, Carlos. Yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourself as well. Meanwhile, I wanted also to share it now because Carlos, you were sharing the part on the statistics, and the reporting bit, which is very important to know who is watching what and what is more trendy, right? But YouTube has this discovery data, we call it like that, which is also very useful. I don't know how often you use that, but it also shows how your how the audience is accessing your videos and clearly what terms they are using to find your videos, and that can really help to optimize the keywords and choose the best ones.
I had a question. Yeah, I want to know if somebody features you on YouTube. So they have featured you on their page. And how do you make that accessible in your YouTube? Because it's very difficult to post that link.
But where do you want to post the link?
I mean to say, if somebody has featured you on their YouTube, say it's an interview. So on the website, of course, I have put, But if I
Yeah.
want to put that back on YouTube itself, on my YouTube page, how do we do that?
No, you can't.
You
can't.
can't.
You shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because remember, YouTube is going to punish you. Let's say you say to the owner, please send me your MP4 file. I'm going to upload it in my YouTube channel. It's an option. But
Right.
don't do it just like this, because YouTube is going to learn this place content and another place with exactly the same content, duplicated content, you are punished. So can you solve this? You can solve this just editing. If the owner of the content is going to send you the MP4 file, you just edit the file, you trim it, you change the thumbnail, and then for YouTube, it's a different video, okay?
Okay, got it.
But surely YouTube is going to send the other a notice. Somebody has 80% of your content as the video. So if they don't mind, you keep it, okay? But remember, never ever, very interesting question, never ever duplicate content, because then YouTube is going to get very angry with you.
Okay. Okay, sure. And another question, as you said, you had pointed out that your page is on YouTube Spain. So can we make ourselves accessible in all countries with the help of keywords?
Yes, the only thing is you have, as I showed you before, with Indonesia English, you are fighting with the competitors. So the idea is, before starting to create my video, to create my document for my specific video, my keywords, I want to just to search for my competitors, what are they doing? But my real competitors. So if I'm interested in Indonesia, and say that my competitors are searching in English, that's why I must switch to Indonesia English, type my keywords and watch who is there, which places they are, and what other keywords are they using. Just competitors, to be a spy with your competitors. But again, instead of Indonesia English, you want Australia English, you just switch to Australia, type your keywords, and let's see which are the videos, the more relevant videos for the Australian market. As you do with the website. So remember, when you are searching for your competitors, let's say in Saudi Arabia, you ask Google, change myself as if I was in Saudi Arabia and in English, and you type, and you're going to see the same results people see when they are in Riyadh or in Mecca, Medina, okay? So always, as you do in YouTube, in Google, excuse me, you do in YouTube. Always switch country language and keywords.
Got it. So I keep writing keywords of all countries whenever I want to target my products.
Yes, no, but you want to see, for example, let's say organic textile, okay? Organic textile.
Yeah, we
So
can do
say,
product-wise videos if there are many products.
Excuse me, you can?
You can do product-wise videos if there are many products that we are offering, right?
Yes, obviously. I said before, maybe you have a lipstick, maybe you have a shadow. So one video for just keywords, a shadow, just keywords. Each of your keywords, I would use each of my keywords for promote different videos.
Right.
When people go fishing, there's a kind of fishing strategy that is they have the hook, not one hook, they have 7 or 8 hooks, and each hook they have a different word, okay? It's the same idea. So you try to promote using different keywords related to your different products. And as my videos, some of my videos are very successful, I've seen today, other videos are not successful, but at least I have successful videos because these keywords are really relevant for my audience.
Right. Got it. Thank you.
Welcome.
Great. Any other question? Because it's already the time. If
That's
not,
all.
Great, Preeti. Thank you. If not, you can always, ask on ecomconnect.org, and we're happy to send the questions to Carlos. Well, he's also in the community, so yeah. And we also shared with you.
Christina, I would have to add something. What about target countries you don't speak the language? You may find for almost nothing, very, very cheap, in Amazon Poly, or for example, Microsoft Azure, today with artificial intelligence, almost for nothing, you can type the text in the Turk, for example, in Turk, no destination language. Somebody did translate it for you in Turk. You know it's a good translation, and then you ask for the Turk language, and you click, and it is going to speak in Turk for you. A male or female voice are going to speak in Turk for you, and this is an MP3 sound. How you say file? An MP3 that is going to you are going to put on your video. So let's say you have your video in English, you get rid on edition, you get rid of your track, your soundtrack in English, and you put the soundtrack in Turk, okay? Because remember, Turkish market, they type Turkish keywords. That's just the idea. Thank you. Excuse me, Cristina.
No, nothing. Very important. Yeah, very important to localize the content, no, in terms of language, in terms of the keywords used, yeah, everything. So that's crucial. Well, Carlos, we've learned a lot. I think there are many clear next steps for everyone who wants to start creating the channel or optimize a channel, or both. We will upload the recording in the community. And of course, you can contact Carlos. We shared also his LinkedIn profile there, and you can contact him directly if you have any other questions. But yeah, thanks a lot for all the tips that you gave. And I don't know if you want to say anything as a conclusion, Carlos?
Yes,
Okay.
just don't be afraid. I mean, most people, myself, we're afraid in front of a camera, alone in front of a camera. But at the end, I mean, it's like riding a bicycle. You get used to it, and you will discover how creative you can be using editing the videos and putting some PowerPoint slides and putting some photographs of your product or video on video. So just give it a try, because it's not as complicated as we may think in the start.
Look, we have one last question from Kavita about the languages. So does it mean that we can create one video with different languages, MP3 file, to popularize in countries of your interest?
Correct. And let's say you have already your video shoot in English. In the editing program, you get rid of the English track, so it is mute, and then you put, instead of the English track, in my example before, the track in Turkish, and you have a new video in Turkish explaining in Turkish whatever quality your product has.
Yeah, great tip. Okay, perfect. Well, thanks a lot, everyone, for attending and participating. And thanks, Carlos, for this great session. See you on the community. We have another question. Any good software to convert language?
Yes, I said it before. I'm going to write it for you. You must try. Just search for or Amazon Poly or Microsoft Azure. Both of them, for example, they are software as a service. You pay as you use. And the one I know the best is Amazon Poly. It's almost for nothing, but I mean for nothing. Yeah. So you have where to start searching for. And well, Cristina, we can do a new webinar just explaining how to do this.
Yeah, that's true.
We can explain how to create your content in different languages you don't speak.
Yeah. No, that's super useful. Yeah, good idea. I'm sure Kavita will like it as well. Perfect. Thank you very much. And see you in the community then.
See you.
Have a good day.
Bye.